Hi, it's Valerie from Flat to Fabulous, and this is all about your work, your job, your situation, and where you are earning money. Okay, this one resonates with me an awful lot. And even before I got into coaching, and I remember being a teenager, just looking at people who had midlife crises, and I just wondered that whether people who had been working in the same job for 40 years, loyalty and all the rest of it, suddenly realized that they'd been working for 40 years in a job they didn't like. So these are people who just stayed in the job because they had a mortgage or they had a family. And then at the end of the day, they suddenly realized, like, what have I done with my life? And there's a really good book out, The Top Five Regrets of the Dying. And it was basically a nurse who interviewed people in palliative care. Well, interview is probably a strong word, more like chatting to them. And one of the regrets that people had is that they'd wish they'd followed their dreams, done the job they wanted to do, and not what people thought they should do, and so on. And this is that's why this was a really strong one for me. It's you know, if you don't love your job, I mean, you spend a lot of your time working. We really don't want to be in that situation. Now, I'm fortunate in that I've loved all the jobs that I've had, and so that's absolutely fine. There's been times when I haven't enjoyed something about the job. Um, but in essence, the actual job itself has been okay. And there's been strategies I've used when I didn't. But in general, if you really don't like your job, it's time to do something about it. Um, this comes up a lot in the self-employed community, shall we say. A lot of people, they don't always start off being self-employed. Um, and when they find that they can't, find a job that they absolutely love, they end up setting up their own business. But that always doesn't always ring true. There's a lot of people who are working the emergency services in teaching and so on. These are the vocational jobs that, they're a service. They love to help people and they actually love the camaraderie and so on. So, but this is a nice way of looking at it, that if you love your job, it doesn't feel like work. And all power to you if you're there, if you've got that. That's absolutely excellent. I mean, coaching for me is just like, wow, amazing. And this is a little note of caution. If you don't build your dreams, someone will hire you to build theirs. Okay. And this is what you have to think about. Are you okay with that? Um, if you don't love your job, somebody is sees the value in you, they see the skills that you have, and they think, okay, this is my goal, this is my dream, this is my ethos. I want this to be created as part of my company, as part of my business, whatever. And this person can help me achieve it. But what are you getting out of it? It's great. It's great when you have a fantastic team and you all work together and you achieve this, but not at the expense of you not liking your job. So it's just a little something to think about. Um, just to reevaluate where you sit with your job. If you're fine where you are, fantastic. If you're not, feel free to get in touch and let's have a chat.